Greetings everybody, my name is Tommy the Game Master and welcome to my channel. Well, as a backer on Kickstarter for Shantae Half Genie Hero, I got a free download token for Risky's Pirate Queen's Quest DLC, as well as a copy of the game on Steam, which right now I'm really grateful for because it's easier for me to capture and record stuff when it's on my PC than when it's on a console. No wires. With the new software, I just hit a button and my screen capture software takes care of everything else. So I played through most of it. Unfortunately, I haven't finished yet because of, well, unforeseen bullcrap. Hopefully, Wayforward patches it. Anyways, let's talk about this DLC. I'm only going to be covering two elements anyways, some of the story and gameplay elements that are different in my thoughts of them. I talked about Shantae Half Genie Hero several months ago when I did a review on the main game, so I'll just stick to the basic changes here, and I should note this is again an incomplete review as this game does have a problem with the Steam version that kept me from finishing it. The Risky's Pirate Queen Quest DLC storyline takes place towards the end of the main Shantae game. After Shantae has collected all the components to the machine and it backfires and turns her evil, Risky now has the machine and plans on using it to take over the world, but it's not powerful enough in its current form. She has to upgrade it, so she has to visit different places and beat up bosses to collect the parts she needs. It's pretty basic, kinda like the Shantae part of the storyline, and if you're wondering if you get any clues on why Risky just went back to her normal cheeseball Saturday morning cartoon villain behavior, you will be sadly disappointed. Even in this DLC, the Risky we see at the end of Pirate's Curse, who's willing to sacrifice herself to make sure the world is safe from the Pirate Lord, is not here. And even though she does show some humanity, it's seen more like a joke. You know, it's told in a joke or two that she may not be completely evil, but that's about it. Which is disappointing, as Wayforward gave both Shantae and Risky a lot of character development in the Pirate's Curse, and it's only torn completely down here as we are given a simple cartoon good versus evil storyline with neither one of them actually developing as individuals, and it's just a really complete waste of great potential storyline for this series. With that said, it's kind of fun to see Risky's side of things, from just having her lounging around in a bathtub between stages to having her deal with people like Holly and the Barons. It's actually pretty decent dialogue going on, but this is no Pirate's Curse when it comes to the story. Okay, after my rant about whether DLC is good or bad, I say that this is really good DLC. While not all DLC it's bad, it's really bad in my opinion when they either take away from the main game or make you to pay a price in order to finish the storyline, or throw in some crappy gambling system in order to get any good items that are good enough for you to progress through that part of the game. That is when I get angry. This is neither one of those, but I do see some complaints on the message board. I guess people were expecting something else. The game is still Half Genie Hero with pretty much the same Mega Man X stages when it comes to the design, with only a few changes to accommodate the changes Risky brings to the table. Anyways, playing through the game stages as Risky does provide a lot more unique challenges than Shantae, and I did enjoy this. And if you like the items they used in the Pirate's Curse, then you're going to love this DLC. After completing every stage, the pirates will reward Risky with a new item to use to get around with. A hook shot, bombs to break through walls, and of course my favorite, the cannon. Upgrade this baby and immediately, and the fun never ends. Due to the fact that she uses some of these for the puzzles, they have really changed them a lot, mainly because Risky will now have to hit a lot of these switches in order to create platform if she hopes to get around these areas, and a lot of these switches are time, meaning that in order to get from platform to platform you need a lot better timing as well as time management, because these suckers disappear fast and usually in the most inconvenient places. There's also a few new puzzle elements that open up because of the items too. That said, the biggest change comes from outside the stages. Risky's quest is a lot more straightforward than Shantae. now that all the main areas are open from the beginning. There are no Scuttletown parts and no backtracking except for a MacGuffin hunt that is needed in order to unlock the last stage. And yes, this annoys the hell out of me, but on the good side, the MacGuffin hunt for the 15 light shards isn't that long, and the stages and the items are fun to use. So, when the MacGuffin hunt comes with a good game, it's a lot less annoying than when it comes with a game that you just want to get finished because you're bored with it. That said, take my advice and don't bother looking for these MacGuffins until you get the cannon and get it upgraded, because a lot of times it's just a lot easier when you have that item. The other things you can unlock are these dark magic spells that can upgrade Risky, so try to grab as many of them as you can, because Risky doesn't have the gemstones that she can use to buy potions and other upgrades. Fortunately, enemies drop plenty of food to restore health, so that never really became an issue that I couldn't purchase potions. Overall, most of Risky's quest is only mildly harder than Shantae's, that is until you hit the final level. Like Pirate's Curse, getting through the final area becomes a test of frustration. What once was a lighthearted romp takes the turn to a dark, frustrating place that can only be described as an NES Ninja Gaiden-like level of difficulty, where spikes are everywhere and touching them will send you quite a ways back. It shows Wayforward has a problem when it comes to the difficulty curve of their Shantae games, with the last level being way too hard and the rest being way too easy to get you really prepared for it. That said, it's difficult, but I did find the stage manageable, and like most old school games, I found myself getting better with each retry. That said, there is one thing that no gamer can get past no matter how hard they try when it pops up. And yeah, I don't care how good a gamer you are, you can't get past a game crash screen regardless of how hard you tried. I tried to get past this harder than hell stage 3 times, and each time I was about to end, it just crashed. Hopefully Wayforward patches this sometime in the future, but it's frustrating to be so close to the ending and not be able to complete it. I have yet to try my Xbox One version, but I do have a code for that, so next time I'm able to play my Xbox One, I will probably give this game a shot and see how far I can get. As far as the base gameplay goes, if you like Shantae Half Genie Hero and the Pirate's Curse, then you're probably going to love the Risky DLC, and it adds enough changes to the game to make you want to go through this game again and enjoy it a second time. The only problem is if you're a Steam user, you might want to wait a bit to pick this up, because you might be paying for something you'll never be able to complete as the game does crash. At least wait until it's patched, and if they do offer up a patch, I'll let you guys know if it works and I get through the game. I'm usually pretty good with it. I did it for the Tales and I enjoyed myself. I like to tell people that problems like this get fixed rather than just harping on them. In the meantime, check out my review of Shantae Half Genie Hero for the Xbox One and my Pirate's Curse review on the Wii U.